Hey, what's up everyone? How's it going? Welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to be talking about how you can earn more money in top 11 2024. So let's get right into it. So the first advice that I would give you is that go to your squad and have a look at your players that you want to be selling, but do not sell them immediately. Sell the players until the end of the season so that they are of more quality. The reason behind this being that in the transfer market, when you're looking to sell a player, you can see that the players that are above 70% of the quality get sold easily, whilst the players that are lower in quality are very hard to sell. Over here, as you can see, there isn't an offer for a player 53%, there is an offer for a player 57%, and this happens until a player is, let's say, 60%. So 60% or below players are very hard to sell. Meanwhile, players that are above 80% at least get an offer for them, and sometimes if you're lucky, people might even be competing for your players, get resulting in getting you more value than what the value of the player is. So the reason behind selling your players later in the season is that once, let's say, this player is 58%, almost 60, he's a 19-year-old player and the season has just started. So by the end of the season, this player would have gained at least 12 to 14%, and he would be at 72%, and then he will be much easier to sell. If I sell him now, I probably wouldn't get any bids for him since he's lower than 60%, and even if I do, it'll just be one bid and people won't be competing, and if I do not get a bid for them, I'll have to sell them at auction at half of their price, which isn't a fair deal. So make sure to sell your players by the end of the season and not at the start of the season. Second tip that I want to be giving you guys is that use your reserve squad as a money making squad. So let me tell you what I mean by that. What I mean is that once you have a main squad and you have a reserve squad, the thing is that the main squad will be playing all the matches, whilst the reserve squad would mostly be on full condition, or if they're even playing, they won't be playing much, or they'll only be used for let's say training bonus. So what you can do is that you can go ahead and play some friendlies with your guys and with your uh, substitute squad. So often people have one substitution per, let's say, position that they play in. So if I go ahead and just make substitutes for all of the squad and then save them over here in one of the formations, and then right before I want to be playing friendlies, I switch over to my substitute squad and then go ahead and either play this friendly in your football association, or you can play a friendly through the friends that you have added in the game. And what happens is that once you play a friendly, you start the friendly is played at your home ground and you will be paid for the friendly. So over here, as you can see over here, the ticket prices of the friendly are, I put it at 20, so you can increase them, and like this you can earn extra money, sort of converting the condition of your reserve squad and not affecting your main gameplay into money. Now the third tip for to earn more money in top 11 is just over here in this section of the game as well. So next is you want to be setting the right ticket prices for your leagues and your champions leagues. So over here I have, let's say, 65, and I'll just put them up to 5 each. And how you can just know about the right prices per your level is that once you start playing matches in the season, you just have a look at all of your matches, and if over here you can see, if you get a 5%, let's say a full home attendance, that means that you can go ahead and you can increase your ticket price, let's say by a margin. I do it by 5 each, and you can do by whatsoever suits you. If in case your ticket price gets a bit too high, then you can always get it back down so that you don't lose upon your fan support. But the thing is that once you set the right ticket price, you will be earning way more money than you actually are. And once, if you, let's say, your supporters are not coming in that good numbers, if they're at let's say 3% or 0%, then you know it's the time to decrease your ticket prices. Otherwise, just keep on increasing them until you start losing supporters, and just then go back and go to the previous ticket prices. Moving on, the next tip I would give you to earn more money in top 11 2024 is that Youth Academy, to utilize Youth Academy to its fullest potential. And over here, as you can see, that you can add 4 players per season to your Youth Academy at maximum. And if you can see the players that I've got from my Youth Academy this season, these are players that are valued at 128 million per season. That is like a boost of 500 million per season on higher levels, and same would be the case with you. So even if you do not want to be using the Youth Academy players, which I highly recommend that you do use them, but if you do not want to be using them, you can simply just sell them and get a good amount of money per season and get your finances going better. And the last tip and the final tip is that try to finish in the within the top 4 of the league, because that will eventually make you qualify for the Champions League. And the money that Champions League gives you inside of this game is just more than anything else. You can see per match you get 29-30 million per match, whereas like over here in the league you can see it's only 6.3 million per match, whilst in the Champions League it's almost 5 times that. And you can see that is in the group. If you qualify for round 16 and quarterfinal, semi-final, and eventually the final, you'll get way more money, and the winner gets 110 million. So obviously it's going to be different for your levels, but just for the context, Champions League pays way more than any other match in the game, even more than the cup. As you can see, the cup doesn't pay as much as Champions League. It does pay good, but not as much as the Champions League. So try and qualify for the Champions League to boost your earning in top 11 2024. That's all. Until next time, peace out.